What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Modine, and I'm back again with another video for you. Happy New Year to you all. This is my first video, and yeah, let's get it started. Over the years, we keep on blaming artists for not doing better. We keep on blaming artists to up their game. We keep on telling artists what to do, what not to do, etc. But one of the most important factors or people who matter in this space for the artist always go missing, and that is those in the media space. Now, the media space or journalists, I don't want to generalize it and say journalist in general because there are a lot of people in the media space who aren't journalists, right? And so a lot of people got in there by virtue of their connections they have, etc., but not necessarily because they got the education for it. And so most of them come on radio and do not know their way about. For example, I'm not a journalist. I've never gone to the School of Journalism. I'm just an opinionated young man who likes to share my thoughts on things in general, right? So I know there are a lot of people like myself on radio because of their connections, etc., and on TV. Yeah. Now, what I want to point out is this: as at now, I stand to be corrected, but I haven't seen any journalist or media personality host any of our artists to a thought provoking conversation or an intelligent conversation that brings out the human side and their general thinking process of an artist. We haven't seen that. And so usually we are so quick to condemn our artists because we don't see them past their artistry, right? A typical example would be an artist goes onto most of the shows or the interviewing platforms and they are just asked about which song are you promoting, what is next, are you fighting with this one, why is this person not doing this with you. It's like we just scratch the surface, and so it makes us focus more on things that are mostly in the past and not the overall development of the artist over time, right? Look at a typical thing that happened recently with the Rapaholic show from Sarkodie. Sarkodie changed something very unique in the space, right? And this all comes down to the artist always thinking to bring something unique to the table. But the media, our media folks, myself included, are only focused on looking at the negatives, what we can criticize, etc. But no one tries to shift the paradigm to be that focal person who has very educative, thought-provoking, brilliant / intelligent conversations with our artists to make us see other sides of them, right? Sarkodie's showcase of how he started recording, etc., more or like what Jay-Z has in the library in New York somewhere or something, I'm not sure, right? It's not new to the entertainment scope, right? But it is certainly new in Ghana. And this should even provoke us to look more into music museum, right? Where we keep a lot of things from old to now, where a young aspiring artist can just walk in and see and be inspired by what transpired 100 years ago till now. What is happening? What is changing? What has stagnated? But sadly, there is nothing like that. And the media, those in the media space, myself included, bloggers, journalists, whoever, pundits, and also ever, we have limited our imagination and our duty to just criticizing and not having very thought-provoking conversations and intelligent conversation that would bring something special in our artists, right? Most of the artists you see around there are very intelligent beyond music. The type of conversations I'm talking about are conversation that drives social change within our scope, right? Even there are artists who I've seen on countless occasions being interviewed and they try to swing that way by themselves based on their intellect. A typical person will be Edem, right? And then you see this journalist, whosoever is interviewing them, switch the conversation to something that would grab the headlines, because that is all that we think about. It's like, once I sit with this person, what can I get him to say that will trend? And not necessarily what can I get him to say that will change the face of our tomorrow. We don't think of that in general, right? And so I tend to be worried a lot of the times with the way things go. And when we start having this type of conversations, then we can push the artist to the corner. Till date, I've not seen any detailed conversation with any of our artists as to how the industry can be actually changed. Right now, Shatta Wale has been championing the Ghana agenda. Let's put money in the pockets of the artist. He keeps saying that he has the solution. Yet anytime he's on radio interviews whatsoever, no one dials it down to ask him, how are you going to do it exactly? You know, it's like we keep going back and forth with some of the things, and it's like we are getting no solution because we are headline grabbers. We seek for the next biggest headline that will trend, but guess what? It trends for only a maximum of 4 days, then it's out. And our industry is still lacking behind, you know. There is something that driving home today I was just thinking about, and I thought I should bring it out there. I don't know what your thoughts are on this and what your suggestion is. You know, the few people who have the opportunity to be asking some of these questions will never be even considered by some of these artists for a sit down, for an interview, to have an in-depth conversation, a conversation that is thought-provoking, a conversation that is more of an educational piece, a brilliant conversation that steers generations, years to come, you know. Not something that is politically driven that will cause riots, but something that can inspire the next generation, because we keep forgetting that the artists are a point of influence to the generations to come and the current generation. And so instead of always looking and focusing at the bad side and things that are happening in general and chasing after when are you bringing hit songs, when is that coming, maybe it's about time the journalists or the media people in the landscape take a turn and start having thought-provoking conversations with our artists. And I think with that, there will definitely be a paradigm shift. So I think when that is done, it's gonna change gradually the entire industry, because once you start having conversations, the artists will now not speak vaguely, but will think of the things they say. And when you call them to order as to what they have said a year or two ago, just like we do to the politicians and all that stuff, then I think we'll start seeing some real change. Because till now, some of the problems that we are facing in the industry is more on the facial level. Everybody seems to talk about it, but no one actually offers solution. What is the way forward for the alien music industry? Modine here. It's always about positivity. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace out.